Okay, so let's just recap. I'm in an orphanage at night with a chisel, digging drugs out a wall because Dr. Ralph, whose doctorate is probably a murderer, said, and I quote, Kelly, you're street smart, you'll blend in. Blend in with what, Ralph? I jammed the chisel into the wall with unnecessary force. Oh, and then there's Andrew. Oh, Andrew, who pulled a gun on me last week like he's auditioning for The Sopranos. Didn't say anything at first, just walks in like, surprise, it's trauma time. And now suddenly I'm a drug mule in an orphanage. Cool. Living the fucking dream. Right, third brick up, fourth from the left, he said. Looks like a fucking bullet hole. So does my life right now. Oh my God. It's cocaine. I'm actually holding cocaine. Cool. You magnificent fucking idiot. You actually stashed it here like some kind of criminal Easter bunny. What was the plan? Leave a treasure map? Dear children, solve the puzzle of your trauma, win a kilo of coke and a restraining order. There's more. Because of course there is. This isn't just a one brick operation. This is a whole starter pack for your own cartel. Jesus, Cole, how much did you steal? Oh no. No. I know that noise. That's the sound of bad things. It's either a ghost or Andrew returning from his weekly gun dance. Okay, buddy, listen. I've had a week. I've been threatened, guilt-tripped, and now I'm on an emotional breakdown away from sniffing this coke out of spite. So unless you're here to help me carry this or drive the getaway car, I strongly suggest you go and haunt someone else who didn't spend 20 minutes talking to a fucking wall. You know, Dr. Ralph said, think of it as a favour. You know what, Ralph? Next time you need a cunt in favour, I'm going to suggest you need therapy instead of crime. Honestly, I'm putting this on my CV. Skilled in wall excavation, narcotics retrieval, and spiritual negotiations with raccoons or ghosts or just a fucking wall. Okay, wow. You know what? That's great. That's just fucking great. I bring a kilo to the police thinking I'm doing the adult thing, the responsible thing. I didn't end up on a true crime podcast kind of thing. And what happens? Officer Hutch goes, hey, I was in on this too. You wanting a line in the store cupboard, Kelly? Amazing. Totally fucking amazing. Was everyone on this? Was there a fucking newsletter? Did I miss the memo? Dear citizens, this month's police scandal will involve recreational felony, moral collapse, and the optional line of coke served in a government-issued stapler. I came in here with my little backpack, heart pounding, ready to do the right thing, the noble thing, picturing handshakes, maybe a commendation. I don't know, a fucking sticker, something. Instead, I get invited to a secret handshake in the supply closet. What the fuck is this place? Is it even a real station? Is the precinct motto, well, who's going to fucking stop us? And I knew I should have buried it or thrown it in the lake, but no, I had to do the noble thing. I had to bring it in because apparently I'm the only one left with a functioning moral compass and enough brain cells not to snort the bricks of cop felony. Okay, new plan. I'm not handing this to anyone else in this building. I'm getting out. I'm walking out of here. Kind of slow, calm dignity of woman who's just realised she's surrounded by high-functioning lunatics. You know what? I miss my only problem was being fat. I don't know where to begin. I thought I could handle this. I thought I was strong enough. But when they pulled me back into that police cell, my heart, it just dropped. I wanted to leave. Right there, right then. But I felt so lost, so powerless. I was just there waiting to be questioned over Cole. He's gone now. My brother. The one person who always believed in me. He encouraged me, pushed me to chase my dreams. I kept replaying everything in my mind, trying to make sense of why this has happened, why he's been taken from us so suddenly. The world doesn't make sense anymore. It's like a dark fog has settled over everything. And then in walked Officer. It was supposed to be questions, right? Just a job to him. But instead, it turned into a nightmare I can't escape. I was meant to pass a kilo of coke to the doctors, but I cast it to the police instead. It started with, "Do you want a line, Kelly?" I never imagined someone meant to protect me could turn into a monster. I'd been thinking about justice for Cole and how we could help catch Dr. Alp. But I became the one who needed help. It all happened so suddenly. I felt overwhelmed, trapped in that silent cell. I screamed inside, but it felt like my voice didn't matter. Like he enjoyed the fear the way I froze. And I can't forget that look as he approached me with that predatory gaze. It's burned into my mind. It was so surreal. It was like watching a horror film. You want to shout and scream, but you can't fucking make a sound. And then when he violated me, oh Carlo, when he raped me, I wanted to scream! I wanted to fight back, but my voice, it was gone! My strength drained! And then when I finally got out, when they finally let me go, I couldn't shake it off. I wanted to rush home, tell you everything would be alright, but how the fuck do I explain this? I wanted to put it into words. But the place I thought was safe became a trap, and instead of finding justice for Cole, I became another victim of violence, another story for them to forget. All I can think about is what he did to me. How it wasn't just an assault on me, it was an assault on my very spirit. Everything feels different. The world feels different. I can't look at police cars now without feeling sick. I can't imagine trusting anyone in uniform again. I feel betrayed. And I don't know how to heal from that. I want to come home to you like I always did and feel safe again. But that safety is so far away now. Carlo's hands. They feel different. No bad. No harsh, just careful. Hesitant maybe. He touches me like he's scared of hurting me. Scared of doing something wrong, and I can see it in his face too. That nervous look that I've never seen before. He always knew how to make me feel safe, feel beautiful. But I don't feel like that girl anymore. And I don't know if I'll ever get her back. When he pulls me in close, I can see how much he loves me, how badly he wants to make this okay. But it makes me worse. It makes me feel dirty, like he's broken something inside of me now. Something he can't touch, and no matter how much he tries, I'm not the same girl that used to look at him with stars in her eyes. Was this a dream? A nightmare? It didn't feel real, but it was happening. They dragged me into those woods, and I knew exactly where I was, the rolling glen. I felt the panic rise as he shoved me out the van. My legs kicking, my screams breaking against the quiet. This was real. Too real. Ralph's boys held me down like I was nothing, but then Andrew stood in front of me, his face set in stone. He grabbed me, roughed, hoisting me up like I weighed nothing. "I'm sorry, Kelly," he said, his voice low and cold. "There's no other way. I searched his eyes, wanting to find a flicker of doubt, but there was nothing. Just hate. I hated him back then, more than anyone else in the world. I tried to scream, but my voice cracked. It was useless. I felt like I was in a twisted film, but no music, no sound, just silence. And when he pulled that gun from his jacket, my breath caught. I stared down the barrel, blank and frozen, waiting for the end. And then bang! The noise ripped through the sound, through the trees, and Andrew just dropped like a stone. 1 second he was there, the next he was a heap of limbs on the forest floor. I couldn't scream, I couldn't move. Just stood there trembling, my mouth open, silent. Is he dead? The woods felt alive, closing in, mist curling like fingers, the cold sinking deep. And then leaves crunching. I turned, I panicked, and then I felt it. A warm hand slip into mine, steady, real. And there was Carlo. He didn't speak. And then he just ran and ran. The body lay still. I kicked it. Nothing, no rage, no relief, just numb. The world was far away, like I was watching it happen to someone else. Then I heard it. The rumble, the van, the Ralph's van coming to finish what he had started, coming to clean up his mess. I looked down and Andrew's gun was there, like it had been waiting for me. I picked it up. It was cold. It was heavy, like it knew what was coming. And then the van stopped. The door creaked open and there was Ralph, stepping out like he always did, cool and calm. Of course you're fucking calm! You always are, like the blood just washes off your hands. But you tell me, Ralph, how many times can you rinse yourself clean before the stains start to show? Before the ghosts start whispering your name. You think this is just another job to you? Another loose end, another pawn to shift on your board? Here's the thing about pawns, Ralph. Sometimes they make it to the other side. Sometimes they change, and right now I'm not your pawn anymore. Bang! I ran, and I ran, and I ran. Carlo was up ahead of me. I called his name, wanting something, anything. He grabbed me, pulled me in, shaking. I asked, what have you done? He wasn't angry, just stunned, scared. I told him the truth. I told him I'd stop Ralph. I said it out loud like I needed to hear it too. He was hurting people, ruining lives. He was never going to stop. I thought Carlo would understand, but he didn't. Not at first. He held my face and said, Kelly, we'll end up in prison for this. No, we won't. I said, there's no one to see. No one will know. We'll fix this. We'll bury the guns, the truth, everything. But then he looked at me. And he really looked at me and he said, there's a right way to deal with this, Kel. The right way? I tried the right way. I went to the cops. I gave them names, stories, gave them the truth, and they did nothing. Not a fucking thing. So what am I supposed to do? Just wait and watch? After Cole, after everything. Our Father who art in heaven, if you're there, please don't leave me now. Forgive me, or I do, or I don't. Just let this be over. No regrets. Not for this. And you just stood there, didn't you, Carlo? And then you said it. I'll marry you in 6 months, Kel, when this is all over. Like I said. Go on then. I dare you.